The award-winning American Airlines Advantage program rewards more than travel. It takes your whole life to new heights. Earn miles when you fly, as well as with thousands of your favorite brands. And then redeem those miles for flights, upgrades, and experiences worldwide. Advantage members also enjoy earlier boarding and free high-speed Wi-Fi in flight. Join for free and start earning towards your next adventure at aa.com/Spotify.
If you're a QuickBooks customer looking to grow without the growing pains, you need the Intuit ERP, the AI-native ERP that upgrades right from QuickBooks. Learn more at intuit.com/ERP.
And now, a special edition of the Toddcast podcast.
Powered by Citywide Mortgage Services, providing complete financing and mortgage services for residential and small commercial businesses. Visit them at citywidemortgage.ca.
Now, here's your host, Todd Hancock.
Would you ever have imagined you'd be seeing the colossal amount of superhero movies that Hollywood is making? Back in the 80s, even the early 90s, back in the day, if you read comic books, graphic novels, surely that meant you were a nerd, right? Or a geek. I took a rough ride as a kid for reading comics. People, they were mean sometimes. And I bet you if you were to talk to 100 comic book geeks, the majority of them would say the same thing. Mind you, it was a different time back then. Probably why, Gen Xers have thick skins. And of course, now comic book movies are juggernauts at the box office. Almost a guaranteed win. Everybody loves them. It's the eye candy, the adventures, the superpowers. It's because of the sheer amount of geeks and nerds from back in the day who are now 30, 40, 50. The demographic with disposable income. I remember reading comics as a kid, big time, between grades 5 and 9, and just losing myself in the writing and the art and reading about these characters who could manipulate people's minds and fly, teleport, breathe underwater, walk through walls, shoot lasers from their eyes. And that is what this week is all about, superpowers. You'll hear from 12 past guests, talking well-known musicians, athletes from the NHL, Bellator MMA, actors. We have a naked news host, the power that they would want to have. Hey, it's Todd Hancock. No question, comic books and that world can suck you in. And we'll get to some musical guests and their thoughts in just a second. Coming up shortly, in Stop Me If You've Heard This Before, retired NHL goaltender Eddie Lack talking about getting signed to play with the Canucks, realizing your true potential. That is powered by our friends at FKP MMA. Speaking of true potential, learn self-defense, build self-esteem, meet new friends, get fit doing it. As mentioned over the months, my youngest Levi, he goes, absolutely loves going. I think we're just passing a year about now. Hit him up and find out why they're Vancouver's #1 training destination, fkpmma.com. First, let's get to some superpowers and thoughts from past musical guests, all of whom are now powered by Vibe Cave Studios in East Vancouver. Went and hung out with the owner, Braden Rangno. They call him Pockets. This is just a couple of weeks back now, I guess. He was playing us a bunch of stuff as well. All of it sounded amazing. He's going to be sending a bunch of music to showcase for you. So that's coming down the pipeline. We stuck around, had a few beers, had a few puffs, good little hang. Bottom line, if you're looking for that big sound, check them out. Recording and mixing of all types of artists, all types of genres, great mixes. If you've got that song that needs that extra push, visit vibecavestudios.com. So you'll know Anti-Flag for being supercharged in activism, human rights, supporting Greenpeace and Amnesty International, the global Occupy Together movement. This guy's been around since '88, coming up on 35 years as a band. And their singer, Justin Sane, has some thoughts on superpowers.
I don't even really understand the superpowers of some of these characters, because it's they can get totally annihilated and beaten to a pulp, but then all of a sudden they just get back up and they're totally fine. Mm-hmm. I mean, that seems like a pretty good superpower.
Invincibility.
Yeah, but I guess almost every kid, at one point wishes they could fly. I mean, I think that to be able to fly would be really cool. A couple of years ago, for the very first time in my life, I rode in a helicopter.
Oh.
And if you've never ridden in a helicopter, save your pennies and find a helicopter tour somewhere and take it. It's just such a wild experience.
Totally.
Like you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden you just shoot straight up into the air.
Yeah, it's not even like flying in a plane at all, like at all.
No.
No.
No, it's like magic.
It totally is.
Like it feels like a superpower. It feels like it, like the way you just lift up. So I'm gonna have to go with flying.
So that's one for flying. If you grew up in Canada in the 80s, you'll know Corey Hart. Big songs. I wear my sunglasses at night, never surrender. And what was at the beginning of the Boy in the Box? So pull up your socks, it's the Boy in the Box. Anyway, inducted to Canada's, I don't know why I sung that. I could have just read them out. The Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 2019. Obviously, he should be inducted. Staggering 16 million albums sold worldwide, 9 U.S. Billboard Top 40 hits, 30 Top 40 hits in Canada. Nominated for the Best New Artist Grammy Award in 1984. And Corey's a multiple Juno Award winner.
Math skills, of which I have none.
Oh, that's awesome.
What about you?
Wow. Never had the question turned on me. Teleportation would be awesome.
Okay, well, what is teleportation?
So, like, go from, like, I could be right now sitting beside you doing the interview. Just boom,
okay.
I teleport somewhere.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That would be cool.
That would be pretty awesome.
That was super cool.
Yeah, sometimes math feels like a superpower, doesn't it? So, Refused is from Sweden. They formed in 91. You remember back in the day, for me, 91, that was grade 12, but back then, they were just so politically driven. The shape of punk to come inspired so many post-hardcore bands. The Canadian bands, think Alexis on Fire, of course. Death from Above. A Day to Remember would be another band. Anyway, listen to those bands. You'll hear Refused somewhere in there. And their singer, Dennis Lixon, had a great idea for a superpower.
I would say probably to be able to fly or something like that. Because I'm scared of flying, and if I could fly by my...
No.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's horrible. It's not great to be a touring musician and not like... I don't like flying. So if I could fly myself, that'd probably make it a bit easier.
Yeah, probably, yeah. No doubt. See you boys later on. Gone.
Exactly.
So that's 2 for flying, if you're keeping track at home. And beyond the music, you'll know the Pretty Reckless' singer, Taylor Momsen, from acting. She was little Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch with Jim Carrey. She was Jenny in Gossip Girl, but she formed the band in 2009 and released the debut the next year, and it's been on ever since. Songs in the top in the UK, songs in the top in the States, songs in the top in Canada, monstrous world tours, and Taylor, of course, had some thoughts on superpowers.
Anything Marvel, I love. And well, it's not Marvel, but and Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like my favorite television shows of all time. So
was that Sarah Gellar? No, what was her last name?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Michelle Gellar, yeah. Which superpower would you want to have?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool to be Thor. Thor's awesome. So I don't know, it's not one power, but like, to be a god, like that wouldn't suck.
Toddcast Podcast musical guest visits are powered by Vibe Cave Studios in East Vancouver. Huge mixes, killer sounds, great vibes. Visit them at vibecavestudios.com.
I put my sins in the car, I leave my keys in the door. I never that you could be so heartless. Think whatever you want, I don't need you anymore. And all your guilt ain't gonna get me through this. Treading head underwater, won't let your feet hit the ground. Your revelation couldn't be more flawless. Put my sins in the car, I leave my keys in the door. I hope redemption gets you through this darkness. I'm letting go of that cross I'll ride around in the mud. Forgiveness ain't worth your cost. Here comes the flood. Here comes the
Red Truck Beer, delivered fresh, the official beer of the Toddcast podcast.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
Any true fan of the Vancouver Canucks will know and love retired goaltender Eddie Lack. You'll remember he was the backup tender for Roberto Luongo in the 2013-2014 seasons. And despite not getting drafted in 2009, he signed with the team in 2010, went on to play with the Moose, then ultimately for the Vancouver Canucks. You'll also remember that he played with the Hurricanes, the Flames, the Devils as well. And now he's a top-tier real estate agent in Scottsdale, Arizona. And when Eddie was a guest, we talked about winning gold in the 2017 World Championships, growing up to the music of Elvis, seeing Kiss in concert, whether he thinks aliens have visited Earth. Talked about Ovechkin and his deceptive shot, having a bar tab of $50,000 in his rookie season. He shared a near-death story as an 11-year-old, talked about the shows that he was binge-watching at the time, his favorite goalies, his golf handicap came up, and stop me if you've heard this before. Eddie talked about getting signed to play with the Canucks and realizing your true potential.
I think that I always had that belief in myself that I could. Like, now looking back at it, I don't think that I really had a chance, really understood it until maybe when I signed that first contract with Vancouver, right? I thought that it was always a dream, but for that to come true and actually put pen on paper, right? That was super, super cool.
Stop Me If You've Heard This Before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by FKP MMA, Vancouver's #1 training destination at fkpmma.com.
You thought you got the best of me, but we'll show you how the best can be. Ooh, you take your best shot, but it's stronger than you'll ever know.
so good to hear new music coming out of those guys. The band is Took, and new music for them called Can't Stop It. New music for the podcast, fronted by Todd Kearns, of course. No surprise. His Blue Light sessions with the podcast sold out right away. I think it took a couple days and change. And that show is coming up soon, Thursday, December 22nd, an early Christmas present, let's say, for everybody that was lucky enough to grab a ticket. We sold 60, and we gave Todd a bunch for the VIP stuff they're going to do prior, which is, ultimately, it's not a lot of tickets to be sold, right? And it's a couple 40, 45-minute sets, lots of talk, lots of banter. Expect Todd to blow you away with stories if you're coming. I mean, he's been doing it since, the early 90s anyway, with The Age of Electric, Static and Stereo. Of course, he's in Slash's band as well. He's one of the conspirators, but it's Took and Heroes and Monsters, Sin City Sinners, and more. He's got to be one of the hardest working musicians that I know, maybe even alive. I don't know if that's the case, but sure seems like it, man. He's got a lot going on in his camp all the time. So stoked to be doing another show with Todd. I think this is our 5th over the 9 years we've been doing this. So hope to see you at the show. Played you Cobra Ramon, and that was from the Bang Bang EP, and a track called Here Comes the Flood, which you may hear. We've got the show coming up. That's even closer. We're talking December 17th, Saturday night, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Wide Mouth Mason singer Sean Vereau is there as well. Sean and Cobra together. It's straight up. It's going to be an insane night. I'm pretty stoked for this one. $20. It's a steal of a deal. There aren't that many tickets left. So go to eventbrite.ca, Eventbrite, BRITE.ca. Or you can gamble and wait for the door night of. Then it would be $25 if there are tickets still left. Think acoustic. You know the drill. Think acoustic, Q&A throughout. I host the night. You get to ask questions as well if you like. You can interrupt me, put your hand up, however you like to do it. Blue Light Studio, East Vancouver. It's a very, very cool event. Coming up in just a few minutes, listen to this, health and wellness coach Irene J. talks about listening to your body to keep healthy. It's powered by our good friends, Tedco RV Supplies out in Langley. RV service and repair, ICBC accredited. They've been sponsoring, we're thinking about this, they've been sponsoring the better part of 5 years. Maybe it might even be 6 years. Big love for these guys. You can find them on Facebook and on Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies. First, back to more superpowers. And some of our sporting guests who are now powered by Hand Over Hand Textiles in Vancouver, naturally dyed goods for your home or your body. You should check out their website. Some great Christmas ideas and perfect for the tree hugger in your life. They only use pure plant extracts, natural fibers, good for Mom Earth. It's not a bad thing. Locally owned, locally operated, another great thing. Find them at handoverhandtextiles.com. So I first met fitness influencer Carmel Rodriguez a few years ago, maybe it's like 3-4 back now, through a mutual friend named Rob. At the time, it was about 240,000 people were following her on Instagram. And I think today she's at 360,000, which is an insane number. I think we're close to maybe 20,000 across all of our social media platforms. So check out what Carmel said about superpowers.
On a serious note.
So let's get serious here. Definitely.
Well, you say superpowers. One of the reasons I started my fitness was because when my kids were very young, and I don't tell this to a lot of people, but here.
Let's tell it to everybody that listens to my podcast.
It just seemed like the right time because of how you said that. But I used to wake up crying at night because I would have this reoccurring dream, and I would dream that my kids were playing on the street, and there was a car coming from both directions, and they're both going to get hit, and I had to choose between which one to save, and I used to wake up crying all the time. And I remember saying to myself, there's no way that I'm going to let that happen. I'm going to be able to save both of them. So I don't know if Ninja's a superhero, but that's kind of where my program started and what made me determined to kind of be that mom. You hear the story about that mom that lifts the car off the child when the car gets hit or run over.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that mom.
Incredible shit like that.
Yes.
Like a 7-year-old kid lifts a tractor off his dad in the field or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
like what your body can do when under extreme duress.
Yeah, it's incredible. It is incredible.
Yeah.
The human body is incredible, period.
I would say ninja's kind of like a superpower, right? When you heard New York Ranger center Vincent Trocheck on the podcast, he was still with the Carolina Hurricanes. He's been in the league now a while. Like the Florida Panthers picked him up in the 2011 entry draft. So we're talking, I guess 12 years. Went in the third round, 64th overall, signs a 6-year, $28.5 million contract in 16, and got traded to the Rangers this year.
That's the one thing me and my wife wanted to start doing. I know that they have like in chronological order on Disney.
Yeah.
And we started the Avengers with the Captain America and did a few. I mean, I've seen a bunch of them, just not in order.
Yeah, true. I don't know that I've ever watched it in order either. It's like, fuck, I don't know. Is there an order? I didn't know that. So if you could have one superpower, which power would you want to have?
A big one. I think I'd want to read people's minds. Although that might be overwhelming.
I was going to say there could be some devious shit going on there.
Yeah.
Man, that would be a trip, being able to read people's minds. I don't know. We've been friends with EA Sports, the voice of the NHL play-by-play, James Sobolski, for a couple decades now. Back in the day, James would come on my afternoon show at CFox when I did their 3 to 7 in the afternoon for almost 12 years, 11 years and change. And James became a somewhat regular guest of that show. I loved his approach to sport and that he knows, and I was going to say knew, but he knows a lot. He shared his opinion. He's great at what he does. Sports broadcasting, really. Well, over the years, you've seen him on SportsCenter, on TSN, Sportsnet Central, Sportsnet Pacific. More recently, he was part of the starting lineup, the morning show here in Vancouver on Sportsnet AM 650, till, of course, here's the corporate door. But what did they say? You've never worked in radio till you get fired?
Oh, man, flight feels like a tough one to beat.
Teleportation? Time travel?
Yeah. You know what? As somebody who's a big fan of history, I would love to kind of experience some of that.
Where would you go? Where would you want to go first time?
Oh, wow. Where would I want to go?
Right? Like how fucking rad would that be to go to, I don't know, go to the 1800s?
Well, that's it, man. Like honestly, to see, that I look at like this country and go 150 years ago as this country was taking shape, kind of the period around the Civil War in America. And just, man, it's just a fascinating time that ultimately in the backdrop kind of 1860s where this country gets settled. I think
walking down the fucking street.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. Like I love the stories of. I love a good Western movie, and to kind of experience what like the Wild West would have been like some of those towns. But the reality is, man, just the volatility. Like we talk about how people behave now. Then you think about, you get in a disagreement, you get shot, right?
What did you just say to me?
Were you cheating in cards? Bang, but and then the great thing is how many people had bad shots, right? It's just like, it's all these stories of these generals or outlaws that just had like 5 to 10 bullet wounds, and you didn't exactly have the medical care that we do now, and live to tell, I got a graze here in my shoulder, I got one in my hip, one in my leg, and I think the 1860s would be I'd be down with checking out. I'd love to go check out like the medieval times as well, and just to kind of go, Saxon England and to see that. And I'll tell you this, like as a kid who was raised Catholic, I don't. Not exactly one that practices and haven't for a long time, but man, I think like going back to the Middle East or going to Jerusalem and Bethlehem, or kind of all that history you kind of heard about as a kid, and maybe kind of get a clarification on what's fact and what's fiction,
Yep.
Okay, yep. All these, certain people are talking about, and like, okay, were they legit? Like, where can I find this guy? And
right,
and
what's his address again? Right, okay.
Yeah, like, where's that carpenter? And where's that Virgin Mary? And so just to maybe see if just to kind of just get some clarification, for the Department of Clarification.
Would want to scratch that itch.
Yeah, like, okay, where's Noah live? Where'd he park that ark? And so
see how big that ark is. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're getting 2 of every animal in there, that's got to be a big motherfucking boat.
Sabowski, you are a beauty. And any fan of MMA will know Bellator MMA strawweight fighter Carrie Melendez. Muay Thai, kickboxing. She got her first fight in Bellator against Sheila Padilla. That was back for Bellator 165. And a great win too. Ref stoppage 47 seconds into the first round. Her last fight was back in November of 2020. Rear naked choke against Emily King. Listen to what Carrie said about superpowers.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Of course, everyone wants to fly. I would love to fly. That would be amazing.
The knee-jerk reaction is fly. How cool would it be to, like, Superman speed fly? That would be rad.
I'd love super speed, though. That would be great.
Super speed. Untouchable in the ring. You have to change your name.
Exactly.
Nude Vodka Soda powers the Toddcast podcast. Sugar and sweetener free with just 100 calories and 0 carbs per serving. Visit them online at nudebeverages.com.
Wherever you're walking, babe, won't be far behind. Whenever you're talking, love, give you both my eyes, yeah. Yeah, when I'm fussing, yeah, you get me right. Never I'm worrying, get it off my mind, yeah. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum. Cause I don't got a lot, babe, not much to my name, but I'm not some cheap love. Give you my heart and space, yeah. And I won't be fooling around playing the game, cause I just want your sweet, sweet loving, and I'm not walking away. You got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum. Be some petty fights, maybe a couple sleepless nights, but I'll carry on, carry on. Got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Got me, oh, you see, I got you, it's all I need. Ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum, ba-bum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum.
The Toddcast podcast is powered by Milano Coffee, bringing you the finest espresso and coffee concepts in the world. Online at milanocoffee.ca. And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
The truth is, you need a positive health and wellness figure in your life, and that person should be Irene J. She and I have been friends for years, and she's great at what she does. So go to her website, irenej.com, and she has a 3-step process to have a healthy relationship with your body. 1 is awareness. Listen to your body. 2, strategies. Get a game plan. 3 is integration. Execute that game plan. Irene's real, authentic, inspirational. And when she was a guest of the podcast, we talked about dealing with COVID quarantines, the shows that she was binge watching. She shared her first concert experience, seeing Britney Spears and all the court drama with her dad. The ideal first date came up. So did the music she grew up to as a kid. And Irene talked about the first step on her website. Listen to your body to keep healthy. Listen to this.
If you're not following something or like a good foundation or a baseline, your body's going to be telling you a million different things. So it's really good to kind of, again, come back to the self-awareness, right? If you have that self-awareness piece, you might be hearing like, shit, I'm drinking a little bit too much. It's a bit too much beer in my diet. Right. Your body's going to be asking for way too much shit at that point. So if you can kind of slow it down and then again, have your baseline, then you can hear those cues even more so, right? Like, am I hungry right now? Am I actually just thirsty? Do I need to eat a vegetable? It's just like, it's so simple. And it's just like the most foundational thing, but we keep thinking we need all of these other extremes, but we really don't.
Right. And what did you find for you personally? What was the main thing for you to be able to get healthier, lose the weight? What was that one tipping point?
Okay, well, for losing the weight for me was just integrating fitness every single day. And it was small at the beginning. But again, the whole point was for me to find something that I could do consistently. I didn't want to go too hard at the beginning because I knew I would get discouraged. I'd get too sore and then I wouldn't want to do it. Right. So I started with as simple as 15 minutes of walking every day on a treadmill, not outside, because I wanted to get into the habit of putting on the gym clothes, going to the gym, just that act of that routine. And then that became habit. And then I started to build on that. And once that started to make me feel good, because it just will, then you're like, well, I don't want to eat the shitty food. I want to feel good. So I'm going to make the better decision. And then it just keeps piling and piling and piling.
Right. It's just a pattern. It's that just get your body used to that style.
It is a pattern for sure. And it's not glamorous, but it works.
No, it's true. It's true. I saw on your, I think it was today or maybe it was yesterday, your Facebook story where you're talking about having a slow cooker and all that. And it made me laugh. What are your cheat foods?
Oh, I love French fries. It's no secret. Like anytime I go out with my friends, they're like, we're obviously ordering fries. I'm like, is it even a question?
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely fries.
Listen to This on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC approved repair shop. Visit them on Facebook and Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies.
Your best way to hit the slopes this winter is with the Cypress Mountain Sky Card. Visit cypressmountain.com for details.
I ain't a learned man, no college degree. Life past math, cause the head of the class was Poindexter next to me. Could throw a touchdown pass to get the hometown queen. Hold the crown my tear, cause the king of beers is my redneck royalty. Couldn't pass the bar, nope, even if I tried. Cause there's a crowded room cranking 80s tunes with pretty ladies packed inside. Sharpest tool in the shed, I never claimed to be, but it don't matter that Bud is wiser than me. A little light in the head, not the brightest bulb on the tree, but it don't matter that Bud. wiser than me. I can't paint Rembrandt, I can't write a poem. I'm good at arts and crafts with aluminum cans and waving fingers made of foam. Never been to France or sailed across the sea, but I could tip them back at that old racetrack down in Bristol, Tennessee. Shop is tool in the shed, I never claimed to be, but it don't matter that Bud is wiser than me. A little light in the head, not the brightest bulb on the tree, but it don't matter that Bud is wiser than me. I got a heart made of gold, yeah, I'll wear it right on my sleeve, so it don't matter that Bud is wiser than me. I ain't a learned man, no college degree, no, but I'll be one beer wiser by the crack of the can, and even better after 3. Shop is tool in the shed, I never claimed to be, but it don't matter that Bud is wiser than me. I got a heart made of gold, yeah, I'll wear it right on the sleeve, so it don't matter that Bud. No, it don't matter that Bud is wiser than me.
This is going to be such a fun night. His name is Kadu, and wiser than me. Great song. I'd be willing to bet, big money in fact, I'd be willing to bet big money that you will see that at the Blue Light Sessions with us next month. We're about a month away to the day. It's on Saturday, January 7th. Grab $20 tickets right now through eventbrite.ca. We go back with Kadu through his time when he was playing in State of Shock. He's got a good buddy in that of Chad Kruger of Nickelback, and I've been enough house parties and concerts and batshit crazy nights with Chad that Kadu and I have partied together, caused trouble together. So expect that to be just a wicked night. You heard Ivan Hartle. That was his song, You Got Me. And this dude's super talented. I've said it before many times. He blew us away when we saw him. And it was a good group. We're out ripping it up one night, probably 8 of us. I would say at least 6 or 8 of us. It was at the Biltmore in Vancouver. This is pre-COVID. And Ivan, he just played it commanding. It was just so incredible. The performance blew us away. Simply incredible. And I'll put the bug in his ear to play a show with us at Blue Light Studio in East Vancouver next year. Love to hear this guy telling stories as well. Speaking of that live music, find a small list of shows that are happening. Like, shoot us the details if you're going to a show or if you're seeing a show. All the details with the indie scene at toddhancock.ca. That's brought to you by Mystic Rhythms Rehearsal Studios. Great jam spaces, top-notch gear, impeccable studios, and over 40 years experience in the music industry. Great people. Find out more through mysticrhythms.ca. Okay, our final thoughts on superpowers in this episode 289. How did we get here? And some entertainment and lifestyle guests powered by Sacred Meds, Canada's best craft cannabis and psilocybin dispensary. Plus, get oils, hash, all kinds of edibles, peyote, DMT, am I reading this right? And more. Yes, at Registry, mention you heard about them through the podcast. That will unlock a hidden category on their website. And of course, use the code TODCAST for 10% off your entire order through sacredmeds.com. Sacredmeds.com. So artist and musician Chris Machete, his bio says, quote, a gaming and comic book nerd that plays punk rock, teacher, artist, and musician. So, the perfect guest to ask about superpowers.
I would like to have Professor X's powers, but my favorite character, I would love to be. This is a joke I always say too. How you doing, Chris? Well, a little more Professor X and a little less Magneto today, or a little more Magneto, a little less Professor Xavier. But I love Magneto, buddy. Wow, what the best thing the X-Men movies ever did was the intros of him. It was so heartfelt, and anyone who I've talked to, I can't get behind the X-Men movies as a whole because the continuity is terrible.
It's terrible. Yeah.
The Magneto stuff, he should have had his own movie. And then when they showed more with First Class with the Hellfire Club and stuff, Sebastian Shaw, wow, dude. Wow. What a great written story, that poor kid. And then to show how Xavier grew up and to show how Magneto grew up.
Oh,
you get it. You get it. And that should have just been the movie there. Just them two growing up and then splitting at the end without all the extra characters, I think would have been great. Focus a little more on the layers of Magneto and Professor X, right? But yeah, dude, I'd love to be able to read people's minds and kind of go, these are not the droids you are looking for. And just
totally, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be something else to be able to control people's minds, wouldn't it? And you'll know model Marina Valmont as a naked news host, or maybe it's her Twitch stream or Twitter, Instagram. She has over 200,000 followers between them, or it could be from Tempted. That's big for her as well.
Teleportation. I'd want to be here and there just like that.
Boom. But it's not like Nightcrawler teleportation, because Nightcrawler's, he can only teleport where he can. Like, I want teleportation if I want to be at the pyramids right now. I'm going to the pyramids with whatever I can hold. Like, if you, whatever you can carry on your person. So you could teleport. It could be.
Yeah, you could teleport with a friend, with a suitcase. I want to be like visiting Captain Marvel in space. I want to be everywhere. Yeah. I wouldn't be the most powerful, but that's a pretty awesome power.
Totally. And that'd be the one that I would pick as well. And I pretty much, I've had probably, 500, 700 guests in the last 7 years. And almost 90% of the time I'll ask because I am such a lot of my friends are like, dude, why do you always ask that? I'm like, because I'm a fucking comic book geek. And I want to know what people would want. Like, I don't know. It's not your podcast. It's my podcast.
What do they say? What are the typical answers?
Flying. Flying is the most typical. Like, I want to be like Superman, invincibility, that kind of thing. Laser vision. But the smart ones pick teleportation.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I like that.
All right. I'm a little biased. I do love the idea of teleportation. It's pretty cool. You'll know actor Ryan Robbins from so many awesome shows, movies, more recently Fred Andrews on Riverdale. And then let's talk Stargate Atlantis, Sanctuary, Battlestar Galactica, Pure, X-Files, Van Helsing, Arrow. You've known Ryan for, years, right? When you go back and look at his career. We go back to the late 90s when he was playing in bands here in the city. Such a good dude. Deserves all the success that's come his way. Check out what Ryan said about superpowers.
Well, so Nightcrawler is probably my favorite mutant of all time. Yeah. And I love the idea of teleporting. I just think that I just love that kind of, I hate flying. I hate it. I don't like flying. I don't like being on planes. I have to do it all the time. And I was like, man, if I could just teleport, that would be fantastic.
It's the best power. That literally is the power I always tell people.
Oh, really?
It's the power, man. It's the best one.
Yeah. You could just imagine you're at that shitty party and you just cannot wait to get out of there. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to sneak over to the hockey game for a second and see what's going on.
Yeah,
no
right.
one would notice.
Bam.
You just pop back in.
You smell the brimstone and, you come back. You're like, hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah. Something's burning.
Yeah.
No, I just had to.
Yeah.
I had to go check the score. I had to go check the score on the Canucks game.
Nice. There you go. Another one. Back-to-back teleportations. And I guess add me as well. And there's 3. What was it for flying again? Was it 2 or was it 3? And Teresa Luongo, actress, blogger, who you'll know from The Cocksure Lads, Blur, and To No Man's Land. She's also a fitness expert, was Miss Italia North America 2011. She's a musician, supports several charities worldwide, works in digital media, and is a stock trader as well.
Mine, geez, I think I'd want to stop time.
Yes.
Put time on hold for a little bit, or maybe fly. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no. It's back to the pause time. I love that one. What would you do if you could pause time? Like, where do you need more time in your life?
To be surfing. I'd just go and surf for so many hours, and then I'd press the restart button again.
Right. Sounds like you're a bit of a water baby then.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'd spend up to 4 hours a day in the ocean if I could.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
So I'll get back there.
Entertainment guest visits are powered by Sacred Meds, Canada's best craft cannabis and psilocybin dispensary. Visit sacredmeds.com and mention you heard about them through the podcast to open up a hidden category on their website. And use the code TODCAST at checkout for 10% off your order.
Fine. I've been deep screen diving all night long. Baby, I swallowed my cellular phone. Took a little wider stance. I'm getting calm and I'm getting money all out. Before they change their minds, someone let me get it right. One time. Lord, I'm ready. Take my body, I'm coming home. Lord, I'm ready. Take my body, I'm coming home. We've been walking on a long road. Yeah, a couple things have lost their shine. I only got one regret, and that is that I never made you mine. And I had no reason why I should stop. It was just pleasing me, so why not? Filling up the gas again, falling in love fast again. And I said I wouldn't do it, but it's not your fault that I'm slow to heal. But I swim the waterfall to show you just how I feel. Lord, I'm ready. Take my body, I'm coming home. Lord, I'm ready. Take my body, I'm coming home. While I'm reaching for it, honey, your eyes of love meet me above the fire and rain. Oh, and change it comes around when I find myself in your shoes. But I've been so afraid to show you, like my soul might fly away. I've been dancing with those demons, but I'm reaching for it, honey, your eyes of love meet me above the fire and rain. Oh, and change it comes around when I find myself in your shoes. But I've been so afraid to show ya, like my soul might fly away. Like my soul might fly
something about that band. The vibe is just right. They are a feel-good Vancouver band called the Boom Booms, and a great song for those guys called Lord, I'm Ready. And the kickoff to the Blue Light Sessions, Blue Light Studios, and the podcast earlier this summer, I mean, it was amazing. Their singer, Boom Boom singer, Aaron Ross, kicks it off. I distinctly remember that it was during that nasty, do you remember this? The heat wave in Vancouver? We had for at least a few days. It wasn't as bad as the year before, but it was balls hot. It was such a fun night as well. Love the Boom Booms. We'll put this bad boy to bed in just a sec as we dive into another Citywide Mortgage Services Mortgage Minute. And quite honestly, if you're buying a house, remortgaging, this is stuff you need to know. And as he bounds in wearing a cape, a mortgage superhero. What's up this week, Dara?
Today, I wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about accessing equity in an existing home. If people have a mortgage, these can be refinanced or increased is another way of putting that at any time without a penalty or a bunch of fees. It's a great option if you want to do some renovations, some investing, or maybe even consolidate some debt. So the question is, how much can I get? And that is a bit of a moving target that the government regulates. But to break it down for you these days, the limitation is 80% of the current value of the home, less any mortgage amount owing. So to give you a real simple illustration, you have a house worth $1 million. You have a current mortgage of $400,000. You can borrow up to 80% of that $1 million value, which is $800,000, less what you owe, $400,000, gives you a potential of $400,000 you could have access to. So that's subject to qualification, of course, but feel free to reach out for more on that, and we'd be happy to help you figure out what's possible for your situation.
Simply put, for anything mortgage, talk to Dara or any of our friends at citywidemortgage.ca. They will make your next mortgage a breeze. As we put to bed this one. Aw, look at that. Night, night. Episode 289, Superpowers. Wouldn't it be freaking cool to have one? Flying? Sure. Teleporting? Sure. Walk through walls? Yes, please. Invulnerability? Yeah. X-ray vision, control, Hulk rage? Yes, please. My name again is Todd Hancock. Thank you so much for listening. As always, if you like what you heard, please tell your friends what we're doing here. It's sometimes tough, tricky at least anyway, to get through to that next level and find new and people that love podcasts. Sometimes it's tricky. iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Check this out. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Probably going to do a TikTok. Why not? Throw some videos up there as well. Search us out through all of it at Toddcast Podcast. How about that? Some branding. Massive thanks to all of our incredible sponsors. You can find links to all sponsor websites at toddhancock.ca. You can sponsor the podcast for as little as $10 a day. Contact info at the homepage. Maybe we'll have a beer, maybe have a coffee, whatever it is. See if we can do stuff together. And if you help us find a sponsor, we'll give you a commission. Till next week, don't be an asshole. Yeah, let that sink in. We'll give you a commission. Find us a sponsor. Till next time, don't be an asshole. Nobody wants to be around that. Have fun, play hard, and most of all, believe in yourself.
You've been listening to the Toddcast Podcast, powered by Citywide Mortgage Services, dedicated to helping you find the best mortgage rates. Available 7 days a week at citywidemortgage.ca.
You've watched them from the outside your whole life. On TV, on stage, on the cover. The success that always looks like it happened to someone on a different planet. But what if it didn't? I'm Evelyn, and I've spent over 25 years in entertainment, producing for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And here's what I learned. The distance between you and them, it's a lot shorter than anyone's letting on. On my podcast, Reppin', I sit down with the people you've been watching, and I ask them who they actually are. Not the brand, the person. Where they started, what it cost them, what almost broke them. Their grit, their courage, their resilience, and the lessons they've learned, it's all yours for the taking. Reppin', wherever you listen.
Hi, listeners. We want to tell you about a podcast we love. It's called Rebel Girls, formerly known as Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. It's about real-life women who are changing the world with their courage, creativity, and big, bold ideas. Want to know how Taylor Swift became a superstar? Or hear how Simone Biles became the greatest athlete of all time? From immersive stories to heartfelt interviews to super smart advice. Rebel Girls brings you stories that will get you fired up to become your best self. There are over 400 episodes for you to explore, with new episodes every week. So check it out. Listen to Rebel Girls wherever you get your podcasts. And find us on youtube.com/rebelgirls. And whatever you do, stay rebel.
The Tudors were probably the most scandalous dynasty in British history. This season on Vulgar History, we're spilling the tea on this messy, messed up family and the people who had to live through it all. Anne Boleyn and the other wives of Henry VIII are known today from the musical Six, but who were they really? Did any of them actually want to marry him? Henry VIII, the man who was literally the worst? How did two of them manage to escape with their heads intact? We'll also get into historical mysteries, like who really wrote Shakespeare's plays, who was the real Bloody Mary, and what was happening elsewhere in the world while the Tudors were trampling all over England, like the mysterious disappearance of the Roanoke colony and the true story of the girl known as Pocahontas. I'll be joined by Tudor historians, experts, and a few of my friends who really hate Henry VIII to learn all about the Tudors this season on Vulgar History. Because it's Henry VIII all day, every day. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.